Want to speak real Norwegian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at norwegianclass101.com.
Hello and welcome back to Top Norwegian Words. Today we're looking at 10 questions you should know in Norwegian. So let's get started. Hva heter du? What's your name? Hva heter du? What's your name? Jeg heter Annette. My name is Annette. Hvordan går det med deg? How are you? Hvordan går det med deg? How are you? Jeg har det bra. I'm good. Hvor er du fra? Where are you from? Hvor er du fra? Where are you from? Jeg er fra Oslo. I'm from Oslo. Når er bursdagen din? When is your birthday? Når er bursdagen din? When is your birthday? Bursdagen min er 20. januar. My birthday is the 20th of January. Actually, my birthday is in December, so Desember. Hvor bor du? Where do you live? Hvor bor du? Where do you live? Jeg bor i Bergen. I live in Bergen. Bergen is a nice city. If you live there, you're lucky. Hvor jobber du? Where do you work? Hvor jobber du? Where do you work? Jeg jobber i kommunen. I work at the municipality. Hva er telefonnummeret ditt? What's your phone number? Hva er telefonnummeret ditt? What's your phone number? Mitt telefonnummer er 90 45 40 50. My telephone number is 90 45 40 50. Now, of course, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give out my number. Hvor lærte du norsk? Where did you learn Norwegian? Hvor lærte du norsk? Where did you learn Norwegian? Jeg lærte norsk gjennom en nettside. I learned Norwegian through a website. norwegianclass101.com. Liker du norsk mat? Do you like Norwegian food? Liker du norsk mat? Do you like Norwegian food? Ja, jeg elsker norsk mat. Yes, I love Norwegian food, especially salmon. Salmon is delicious. Har du vært i Norge? Have you been to Norway? Har du vært i Norge? Have you been to Norway? Ja, jeg har vært i Norge 3 ganger. I have been to Norway 3 times. Okay guys, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below. Also, go to norwegianclass101.com for more info and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you and see you again. Bye bye. Ha det bra. Hi everybody, I'm Annette from norwegianclass101.com. Do you know how to say I love you in Norwegian? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say I love you and a special phrase for Valentine's Day. Let's start with the most common phrase. Jeg elsker deg. Jeg elsker deg. I love you. This phrase is direct. You should only use it when you're confessing your love. If you want to be less direct, you can use this phrase. Du betyr så mye for meg. Du betyr så mye for meg. It means you mean so much to me. Now, if you want to be more romantic in expressing your love for someone, you can say this phrase. Ord kan ikke beskrive min kjærlighet til deg. Ord kan ikke beskrive min kjærlighet til deg. It means words cannot describe my love for you. Now you know 3 different ways to say I love you in Norwegian. And here's one more. What if you want to spend Valentine's Day with someone special? In that case, you can say, Vil du være min valentine? Vil du være min valentine? It means, would you be my Valentine? Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned. Listen to the expression and repeat after me. I love you. Jeg elsker deg. Jeg elsker deg. You mean so much to me. Du betyr så mye for meg. Du betyr så mye for meg. Words cannot describe my love for you. Ord kan ikke beskrive min kjærlighet til deg. Ord kan ikke beskrive min kjærlighet til deg. Will you be my Valentine? Vil du være min Valentine? Vil du være min Valentine? Well done! Here's the fun facts. Do you know how single people celebrate Valentine's Day in Norway? Single people often gather with other single friends, going out together in groups on Valentine's Day. Several bars and clubs usually hold events for singles only, and it's become a popular tradition for people who aren't in a relationship to attend such events, looking for love. You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Norwegian, and 1 special phrase for Valentine's Day. I'll see you next time! Takk og ses neste gang! Flower power. I thought I had to improvise some special pickup line. I'm like, what? Strangling myself. Yeah. Too much.
You are at a train station platform where you are waiting for your train. There's a small pamphlet sitting on a display case about a new train that will be introduced next year. You decide to pick up and read the pamphlet. What is the main feature and the biggest advantage of the new train? What is the main feature and the biggest advantage of the new train? The main feature of the train is that it is propelled by magnetism. The biggest advantage is that it can reach twice the speeds of any train that runs on tracks.
Dette toget løftes av magnetisk kraft. Det kan gå dobbelt så fort som tog på skinner.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Top Norwegian Words. Today we're gonna look at the 10 hardest words to pronounce in Norwegian. Let's start. Brød, bread. Brød, bread. Kneippbrød er veldig vanlig i Norge. Kneip bread is very common in Norway. Actually, if you mistake the pronunciation of brød and say blø, it means bleed, so be careful. Engelsk, English. Engelsk, English. Alle bør lære seg engelsk for å kommunisere med andre. Everybody should learn English to communicate with others. Svensk, dansk, tysk, finsk. You can see that all the Norwegian language words actually ends in sk. Hårføner. Hair dryer. Hårføner. Hair dryer. Jeg bruker aldri hårføner til å tørke håret mitt. I never use a hair dryer to dry my hair. Actually, I'm kind of lazy myself, so often I don't use a hair dryer. I just let it dry naturally. Yeah. Kjole. Dress. Kjole. Dress. Denne kjolen veldig fin. This dress is really nice. One thing you have to be careful about in Norwegian is that the word dress, if you say dress, it actually means suit. So don't mix them up. Kjøtt. Meat. Kjøtt. Meat. Jeg spiser ikke kjøtt. I don't eat meat. Well, you know, everybody say that it's good for the environment not to eat meat. And I wish I had enough willpower to become a vegetarian, but not yet. Maybe in the future? Who knows? Nysgjerrig. Curious. Nysgjerrig. Curious. Hunden veldig nysgjerrig på hva katten gjør. The dog is very curious about what the cat is doing. I used to have a dog, and my dog didn't care about cats at all. I think cats and dogs are usually not really good friends, but sometimes they just ignore each other, I guess. Øl, beer. Øl, beer. En kald øl veldig passende i sommerværet. A cold beer suits the summer weather well. So I think some of you might have problems pronouncing ö. It kind of sounds like somebody hits you in the stomach. You go like, ugh. Yeah, if you get hit in the stomach, maybe you would want to have a cold beer afterwards to cool off. Recently, you know, it's getting so popular with microbreweries. I think they have a lot of good beer, like all the locally produced beers especially. I like to try different types of beer when I go for trips and so on. Smør, butter. Smør, butter. Kan du smøre smør på brødskiven? Can you put butter on the slice of bread? In Norway, we usually have a lot of bread, brød, for breakfast, and then we usually would have smør as one of the common things to put on the bread, along with other, what we call pålegg, which is literally put on. So it's anything you put on the bread is called pålegg. Rådyr, roe deer. Rådyr. Roe deer. Det vanlig å se rådyr om vinteren. It is common to see roe deer in the winter. Det var en gang en rådyr som ble skutt, og så ble den rådyr. So the word rådyr can have two meanings in Norwegian. The first one, as you just heard, is roe deer, and the other meaning is crazily expensive. So the example sentence I just gave you means there was a roe deer that got shot and got crazily expensive. Bro, bridge. Bro, bridge. Den broen var veldig flott. That bridge was very nice. So, as you probably understood, this is about bro, bridge, not as in bro. Yo, bro. Okay, everybody, that's all for now. Which word did you find the most difficult? Please let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe and go to NorwegianClass101.com for more details. Thank you, bye-bye, ha det bra. Hi everybody, Annette here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Norwegian questions. The question for this lesson is, what is the difference between den and det? When you translate den or det into English, they both translate as it or that. So how do you know when to use which one? A simple way to remember how to use them is that you use den for masculine and feminine nouns and det for neuter nouns. Let's go over some examples so you can learn how to use den and det correctly. Let's say you're in a store and you want to ask how much a dress costs. In this case, you'll have to use den, since dress, kjole, is a masculine noun. So, hva koster den means how much is it? So what if you want to point out that the dress is expensive? Instead of saying kjolen dyr, meaning the dress is expensive, you could use den dyr, meaning it is expensive. The same goes for jacket, jakke, which is a feminine noun. Here too, you would say hva koster den, meaning how much is it? If you want to say the jacket is cheap, jakken billig, you would say den billig, meaning it is cheap instead. However, if you want to know the price of a table, bord, you have to use det because bord is a neuter noun. Then you get hva koster det, which also means how much is it? So what if you think the table is a little bit too low? Instead of saying bordet litt lavt, meaning the table is a little bit low, you can say det litt lavt, meaning it is a little bit low. That's it for this lesson. I hope I answered your question. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Ha det! Vi ses snart! Bye! See you soon! Hi everybody, Annette here. Welcome back to Top Norwegian Words. Today we're gonna look at 10 words you never wanna hear. So let's get started! Har du lagt på deg I det siste? Have you gained weight recently? Har du lagt på deg I det siste? Have you gained weight recently? Well, this one should be pretty obvious. We actually have a song about this topic in Norwegian. You should check it out. It goes like this. Nei, så tjukk du har blitt. Nå har du pinadø lagt på deg litt. Har du det bra? Åssen står det til? Det var lenge siden sist. This song is by Ole Ivars, so please check them out for some fun Norwegian songs. Du har et grått hår. You have a grey hair. Du har et grått hår. You have a grey hair. Yeah, you know, when people start getting closer to their 30s, then there might be some grey hairs. It's a hard topic to talk about. Det var det jeg sa. I told you so. Det var det jeg sa. I told you so. Yeah, this reminds me of my childhood, like playing around and arguing with my brother. It's like, det var det jeg sa. Du har sparken. You're fired. Du har sparken. You're fired. Luckily, this is something I haven't experienced yet, but that's definitely something I wouldn't want to hear. Det ikke deg, det meg. It's not you, it's me. Det ikke deg, det meg. It is not you, it's me. I think this sentence is a little bit of a cliché, perhaps. But truth to be told, you know, nowadays, some people even break up through SMS, so who knows? Takk for CV-en, men stillingen blitt fylt. Thank you for your resume. However, the position has been filled. Takk for CV-en, men stillingen har blitt fylt. Thank you for your resume. However, the position has already been filled. Yeah, these days it's getting really hard to find jobs in Norway. So you have to practice hard with your Norwegian in order to not hear this phrase when you apply for jobs. Vi burde treffe andre. We should see other people. Vi burde treffe andre. We should see other people. No, don't say that. No, just one more chance. Come on. Jeg har ikke pengene dine I dag. I don't have your money today. Jeg har ikke pengene dine I dag. I don't have your money today. Yeah, this is also a good example for how to lose your friends. You should pay back your money, you know. Unnskyld, jeg glemte det. Sorry, I forgot. Unnskyld, jeg glemte det. Sorry, I forgot. Well, you know, when you learn a new language, you're gonna keep forgetting a lot of stuff. It's just too much to think about at the same time. Dette ikke bra nok. This is not good enough. Dette ikke bra nok. This is not good enough. But come on, we've done this video shooting 10 times already. It must be good enough now, right? Okay, everybody, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let us know in the comment section below what kind of words you don't like to hear. Also, please go to NorwegianClass101.com for more lessons. That's all for now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, so fat you've become. I think you've probably gained some weight. How are you doing? It's been a long time no see.
Hei alle sammen, jeg Nora. Valentinsdagen både elsket og hatet blant nordmenn. Valentinsdagen ingen høytid I Norge, men det allikevel noen som markerer denne dagen. I denne timen kommer de til å lære om hva nordmenn gjør på valentinsdagen. Hvor stor andel av Norges mannlige befolkning tror du vet når valentinsdagen Vi vil vise svaret på slutten av denne videoen. Valentinsdagen kan også bli kalt alle hjerters dag på norsk. Valentinsdagen markeres den 14. februar og en dag man skal feire kjærlighet og romantikk. Opprinnelig var valentinsdagen en minnedag for helgenen med navnet Valentin, og I middelalderen oppstod det en historie om martyren som het Valentin. En myte sier at Valentin skrev et kjærlighetsbrev før han ble henrettet og undertegnet det fra din Valentin. Det ingen stor utbredelse når det kommer til valentinsdagen I Norge. Likevel har dagen blitt promotert de siste årene, og populariteten har økt. Det nå vanlig blant unge par å markere denne dagen. Det vanligste at jenta får en blomsterbukett, og paret så spiser god middag sammen eller går på en date. De aller fleste parforhold synes det koselig å gi og få litt ekstra oppmerksomhet, og valentinsdagen en fin mulighet til dette. De som ikke I et forhold, samles ofte med andre single venner og går ut sammen. Enten feirer de dagen med hat over de som har en kjæreste, eller I glede over å få tilbringe dagen I godt selskap med vennene sine. Det flere barer og klubber som har eventer rettet for single, så dette et populært møtested for de som ikke I et forhold. På valentinsdagen I Norge øker blomsterbutikker prisen på roser. Det ikke uvanlig at en rose koster dobbelt så mye enn det den vanligvis ville gjort. Dette fordi hele landet skal ha roser denne dagen. Og nå skal jeg gi deg svaret på den tidligere spørrekonkurransen. Hvor stor andel av Norges mannlige befolkning tror du vet når valentinsdagen I en undersøkelse fra 2004 svarte hele 70% av den mannlige befolkningen at de ikke visste når valentinsdagen var. Dette heldigvis en litt gammel undersøkelse, så nå vet nok litt flere hvilken dato valentinsdagen på. Hva synes du om dette kurset? Var det spennende? Hva pleier du å gjøre på valentinsdagen? Legg igjen en kommentar på NorwegianClass101.com. På gjensyn!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Top Norwegian Words. Today we're looking at 10 Norwegian foods. Yummy! Let's get started. Brødskive. Open-faced sandwich. Slice of bread with various spreads, lunch meats and vegetables on it. Brødskive. Open-faced sandwich. Slice of bread with various spreads, lunch meat and vegetables on it. Om du sulten nå, så kan du ta deg en brødskive. If you're hungry now, you can grab an open-faced sandwich. Brødskive is very popular in Norway. Some people have it for breakfast and for lunch. Maybe not for supper, but we do have something called kveldsmat, which we eat right before going to bed, and guess what? It's also brødskive as the main ingredients. Brunost. Brown cheese. Brunost. Brown cheese. Brunost er en typisk norsk ost. Brown cheese is a typical Norwegian cheese. Brown cheese is really popular in Norway, and it's also a very good souvenir to bring to friends, because it doesn't really taste like cheese, it tastes more like caramel in a sense. So it's actually very good to put on, for instance, waffles. It's delicious and you should try it. Carbonade. Meat patty, round flattened serving of meat. Carbonade. Meat patty, round flattened serving of meat. I dag skal vi ha karbonade til middag. Today we are having meat patties for dinner. Kjøttbolle. Meatball. Kjøttbolle. Meatball. Kjøttbollene på IKEA er gode og billige. The meatballs at IKEA are tasty and cheap. We also have something called kjøttkake, which is slightly different shaped. And if you analyze the words, it actually means meat cake, kjøttkake. Doesn't really sound that good, but it's just basically the same as kjøttbolle. Lutefisk. Aged stockfish or dried salted whitefish and has a gelatinous texture. Lutefisk. Aged stockfish or dried salted whitefish and has a gelatinous texture. I vår familie er det vanlig å spise lutefisk rundt juletider. In our family, it's common to eat lutefisk during Christmas time. I think most people either really like lutefisk or they hate it. I personally, I'm not a big fan of lutefisk, but I think you should try it and let us know what you think. Rømmegrøt. Porridge made from sour cream, whole milk, wheat flour, butter and salt. Rømmegrøt. Rømmegrøt. Porridge made from sour cream, whole milk, wheat flour, butter and salt. Jeg pleier å ha smør, kanel og sukker på min rømmegrøt. I usually have butter, cinnamon and sugar on my sour cream porridge. Rømmegrøt, or grøt in general, is something that Norwegians love. You can make your own porridge just by having wheat and milk as well. Smalahove. Sheep head dish originally eaten before Christmas. Smalahove. Sheep head dish originally eaten before Christmas. Smalahove blir ofte spist på Vestlandet. Smalahove is often eaten on the west coast. To be honest, smalahove is not a very common dish anymore. I personally never tried it. You could try to Google it, but I warn you, there might be some images that you don't want to see. Actually, there's a couple of restaurants in Norway where you can eat smalahove, and if you eat smalahove there, you get a diploma. That's how hardcore it is. Spekemat. Assortment of dried meats with flatbread. Spekemat. Assortment of dried meats and flatbread. Spekemat er et resultat av at folk måtte finne måter å konservere kjøtt på i gamle dager. Dried meat is the result of people having to find ways to conserve meat in the old days. Tørrfisk. Dried fish. Tørrfisk, dried fish. Tørrfisk fra Lofoten veldig kjent. Dried fish from Lofoten is well known. In general, they have a lot of delicious fish up north, so if you like fish, this is the place to go. Maybe you're lucky you'll see the northern lights too. Fårikål, mutton with bone and cabbage stew. Fårikål, mutton with bone and cabbage stew. Fårikål kjent som en av de mest typiske norske rettene. Fårikål is known as one of the most typical Norwegian dishes. Fårikål is a very common Norwegian dish. If you're lucky, maybe your Norwegian friends can make you some fårikål. Okay, everybody, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. And please let us know below if you have tried any Norwegian foods and what you think of them in the comment section below. Also, go to norwegianclass101.com for more information, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Det var alt for i dag. Vi ses igjen. Ha det bra. Goodbye. Hi everybody, Annette here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Norwegian questions. The question for this lesson is, what does ufta mean? The interjection uf or huff in Norwegian is used to mean something that is irritating, uncomfortable, sad, or unpleasant. You'll often hear ufta as a response to something lamentable. The best translation might be, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's do some examples so you can learn how to use ufta correctly. If your friend's pet has died or become sick recently, you can say to them, ufta or uff, det var trist å høre. Literally meaning, oh, that was sad to hear. If you're in an irritable mood and someone is nagging you, you can answer with huff, nå maser du fælt. Literally meaning, now you're nagging terribly. You can also use this phrase to express surprise. Imagine that someone has scared you. Then you can answer with uff, du skremte meg, meaning, oh, you scared me. In this case, you usually don't include da. That's it. I hope I answered your question. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Ha det, vi ses snart. Bye, see you soon. Hi everybody, this is Annette from NorwegianClass101.com. Today we're looking at 20 travel phrases you should know. So let's get started. Kunne jeg fått et kart? Could I get a map? Kunne jeg fått et kart? Could I get a map? Well, these days, you know, if you have a smartphone, you might not really need a map, like a physical map. You can just check your smartphone. Unless you're at a museum or something, maybe they have a map of the floors. Snakker du engelsk? Do you speak English? Snakker du engelsk? Do you speak English? Nowadays, there's quite a lot of Norwegians who speak English very well. So in general, I think you wouldn't have a problem if you don't speak that much Norwegian. But of course, the locals will be very happy if you try to learn some phrases and show your interest in the language. Går det en buss fra flyplassen til byen? Is there a bus from the airport to the city? Går det en buss fra flyplassen til byen? Is there a train running from the airport to the city? Both Oslo and Bergen have trains going all the way to the city center, so perhaps this might also be a convenient alternative. There is also usually a specially dedicated bus going to the city from the airport, which we call flybussen. Flybussen literally means the airplane bus or the fly bus. Wi-Fi gratis? Is the Wi-Fi free? Wi-Fi gratis? Is the Wi-Fi free? I love to travel, and one of the first things I would ask for reaching a new destination would probably be, is the Wi-Fi free? You can't get around anywhere without Wi-Fi these days. Hva passordet til Wi-Fi-en? What is the password to the Wi-Fi? Very useful. Har dere noen ledige rom I kveld? Do you have any vacancies tonight? Har dere noen ledige rom I kveld? Do you have any vacancies tonight? Well, recently a lot of travelers prefer to book private apartments as well, so I guess if you're traveling to Norway, you might want to check out your options in advance before traveling there. Fortunately, Norway is a relatively safe country, so if you're forced to sleep outside, then of course I wouldn't recommend it, but in the summer, it might not be too bad to sleep outside too. Kan jeg flytte til et annet rom? Could I move to a different room? Kan jeg flytte til et annet rom? Could I move to a different room? Naboene mine bråkete. My neighbors are noisy. Jeg har en reservasjon. I have a reservation. Jeg har en reservasjon. I have a reservation. Har du reservasjon? Do you have a reservation? Kan du gi meg navnet ditt? Can you give me your name? Kunne vi fått menyen, vær så snill? Could we have the menu, please? Kunne vi fått menyen, vær så snill? Could we have the menu, please? The phrase vær så snill actually means be so kind. So, could you be so kind? Har dere noen anbefalinger? Do you have any recommendations? Har dere noen anbefalinger? Do you have any recommendations? Jeg anbefaler å reise til Norge I mai. I recommend traveling to Norway in May. During the summer season, there are a lot of tourists visiting Norway from all over Europe and America and Asia as well. If you want to beat the crowds, you should travel to Norway in May. And particularly the 17th of May is the Norwegian National Day, and this is where you can experience the most fun, parades and people dressing up in their national costumes. So, well, if you travel to Norway, then this should be the season to go. Kan jeg få regningen? Could I have the check? Kan jeg få regningen? Could I have the check? If you forget this phrase, you might be better off just asking in English rather than to make a big fuss and trying to get their attention and stuff. Jeg allergisk mot peanøtter. I'm allergic to peanuts. Jeg allergisk mot peanøtter. I'm allergic to peanuts. So in Norway as well, we have a lot of different types of allergies. You can have pollen allergy, or you can have pet allergy, dyreallergi, or maybe you're allergic to shellfish, skalldyrallergi. If you're allergic to something, make sure to check out the correct words before going to Norway. Vann du snill? Water, please. Vann du snill? Water, please. Du snill means, are you kind? So, could you be so kind to bring me water? In Norway, we take a lot of pride in our clean, fresh water. So, even in most restaurants, you wouldn't have to pay for water. You get it straight off the tap water, but it's delicious, and as a Norwegian, I have to say that it's the best tap water in the world. Norsk vann det beste vannet I verden. Norwegian water is the best water in the world. If you want to know how much Norwegians value their water, you should check out the brand Voss Water, which is also named after a Norwegian city. Hvor mye dette? How much is this? Hvor mye dette? How much is this? Norwegian prices always include the tax and the tip. So at least you don't have to worry about any extra surcharges being made that you're not aware of. Finnes det et billigere alternativ? Are there any cheaper options? Norway can be quite expensive, so maybe you can ask. Jeg vil gjerne ha 10 av disse. I'd like 10 of these. Jeg vil gjerne ha 10 av dette. I'd like 10 of these. Kan du gi meg en rabatt? Can you give me a discount? Kan du gi meg en rabatt? Can you give me a discount? It is not really common to give discounts in Norway, so you should be a bit careful about asking for discounts. You might be thought of as rude. Jeg tar dette. I'd like this. Jeg tar dette. I'd like this. Depending on the gender of the word, you might have to use denne instead of dette. For instance, you can say dette bilde, this picture, but you would say denne boken, this book. Jeg tar denne boken, or jeg tar dette bildet. Tar dere kredittkort? Do you take credit card? Tar dere kredittkort? Do you take credit card? Actually, it's quite rare to find a place that don't take credit cards, so usually you should be fine. Hvor togstasjonen? Where's the train station? Hvor togstasjonen? Where's the train station? Or hvor busstasjonen? Where's the bus station? Or hvor busstoppet? Where's the bus stop? Unnskyld meg, hva billettprisen? Excuse me, what is the fare? Unnskyld meg, hva billettprisen? Excuse me, what is the fare? The Norwegian government is trying to make more people use public transport, so they are doing their fair share of works to subsidize the fares of local buses and trains, but transportation is still not cheap in Norway compared to other countries. Kan du være så snill å ta et bilde av meg? Could you take a picture of me, please? Kan du være så snill å ta et bilde av meg? Or maybe you could just use your selfie stick. Or if you're traveling with your friend, you can say, kan du være så snill å ta et bilde av oss? So the us meaning us. Okay, everybody, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Top 20 Travel Phrases You Should Know. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and go to norwegianclass101.com for more. See you again next week. Goodbye. Ha det bra og god tur!